Hey guys, Jaws Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe class Fugitive Waspinator. So here he is in his car mode, and yeah, so this is officially my first review for the new Age of the Primes line. And yeah, and for those who don't know what Age of the Primes is, it's basically the successor to Legacy. It's going to be the main line for 2025, and I think also 2026, something like that. But either way, it's the new line. It's officially here, baby. And yeah, let's get a look at the packaging. So, yeah, as I said, I think I said this in my my most recent review, my Studio Series Transformers 1 Bumblebee review. The packaging style for Studio Series is very identical to Age of the Primes. Like, it seems like Hasbro wants to unify them a bit. I think that was even the intention too. So it's very similar. There's a few differences, obviously. Let's get a close-up look here. So 22 steps, you get artwork there of Waspinator in robot mode and in car mode, and it seems like they're using this like a sort of comic book kind of doesn't take on the art now. I mean, if you kind of look at it, I kind of dig that. Kind of looks like GTA, like a GTA cover. Let's see, Transformers, Age of the Primes. That's obviously just, that's one of the few differences from the Studio Series packaging. Because in there it's like a blue stripe, and this is Studio Series. Or here it's more like a kind of like a brown, like an orangish brown. And yeah, it says Age of the Primes, Fugitive Waspinator. Let's see. Here's the side art. You can get a better look at the comic book design I was telling you guys about. Here's the bottom, or at least the bottom of that part. Here's what the top looks like. Fill focus. There you go. And another difference with the Age of the Primes is that, unlike Studio Series, where it just has like the art that spills into the side, with Age of the Primes they have this like a little thing. So it says "Till all are one." That's a signature Prime phrase, and yeah, you can see some of them right here. Some of the Primes, and so let's get a look at that. I believe, let's see, I think that's Solus Prime on the left. I think that's Alchemist on the right, and the one in the middle, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Deluxe class. Here is the back. And yeah, get some renders here, 22 steps. All this right down here. Here's the bottom of the box, and that is it for the packaging. So yeah, let's get right into Waspinator right here. Should I say Wasp? Because yeah, this is how Waspinator or Wasp appeared in Transformers Animated, but so yeah, a little backstory. So before he did become Waspinator in the show, he was a character known as Wasp, who basically shared the same body type as Bumblebee, and I think he was an Autobot though, because in here they have him as a Decepticon. Like, he was an Autobot, but then he became a Decepticon once he became Waspinator. So I think they sort of mixed up. I mean, maybe I'm mixing things up, but yeah. Yeah, if you want to see more details, check out TF Wiki, but let's waste no time here looking at the actual figure. So yeah, here's Wasp, or Waspinator. Well, I'll still call him Waspinator for the sake of, the review, because that's how he's labeled in the packaging, but technically this version of the character is Wasp. Yeah, here's Waspinator here in this car mode. And yeah, you got some like a light gold sort of paint here for the headlights. Yeah, nice black stripe right down here. Yeah, the paint applications are very, very identical to Bumblebee's. Of course, there's a Decepticon logo right here. Here's the bottom. Here's the back. No paint. And yeah, and this time they actually painted the flasher up here, because on Bumblebee it was just the red clear plastic. So that's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and then there's the wheels, as you can see. But yeah, of course, obviously you can roll it around. And yeah. Now for accessories, he does come with, well, basically the exact same ones that Bumblebee came with. So he comes with these sort of, kind of looks like bomb-shaped guns, kind of like missile guns, something like that. You can see like the thrusters. But the main purpose of that is to, I mean, well, at least in Bumblebee's case, was to recreate what he had in the show, where, you know, you could like deploy these like thrusters or something that can make him go like drive real fast. And that still pertains to Waspinator right here. You can just plug those into the sides and just have them whoosh right along. So there's that. And we'll take a look at his other two accessories later in robot mode, but for now, let's do a quick little vehicle mode size comparison. And that is obviously with Bumblebee. If you want to see more, like this mold with more sizes, just check out my review of this guy. But we'll just save time, and we'll just focus on more so of a color comparison rather than a size comparison. Yeah, here is the Bumblebee. You can see how similar, but yet different they are. I guess we'll take a look at the bottom then. There's that, the sides, the back. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, I never expected them to make Wasp this soon. Or at least if they did, I expected it to be like Generation Selects or something, you know. He's like a Pulse exclusive. I honestly didn't expect them to put him in the main line, especially in the first wave of Age of the Prime, so yeah, good part on Hasbro's end. But yeah, let's get right down to the transformations. So yeah, it's exactly the same as on Bumblebee. You just flip this up, tab right here that goes in that slot, and just move out the arms, bring them down, then just flip out the hands, close up these panels, and just bring these up, move the shoulders outwards, like that. Next, just bring down the legs, swing them all the way around until this will click into place right there at the waist. And then split apart the legs, bring down the, wait, no, you shouldn't bring down the feet yet. Just first, you gotta flip out the, these panels here, and then bring out the knee pads, and just do the same thing right here. Just flip that out, there we go. Then flip down the feet, and then swing this all around, these panels right here, and then just close them up right there. Then next, just bring this down, and hey, there's his head. So this tab right here will go in that slot, like that, and then just swivel around the waist. Oops, that's got undone. There we go. And finally, just rotate around the forearms, and then just straighten out the shoulders just a little bit if you need to. Oh, and of course, flip out the heel spurs, if I can do that. Come on. It's a little tricky to get out. Come on. There you go. Yeah, you have to grow out your nails just a little bit to get them out, because otherwise it'd be a real hard time for you. I'll just say that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, once you got that done, there you guys have Wasp, or Waspinator, in his robot mode, and I quite like him. I you know, I dig how he looks. Yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the head sculpt. It's the only real new part to this guy, aside from the deco. And yeah, I think it looks really good. You can definitely tell who this character is supposed to become. Even though this figure already takes that name already, just a little too soon. But yeah. But molding wise, everything else is the same as on Bumblebee. But that's kind of correct. Actually, that's 100% correct, because that's how he appeared on the show, at least at first, before he became Waspinator for real. So yeah, here's the back. Pretty clean for the legs. He's got a little bit of backpack chunk here, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, now posability, head's on the ball joint, so you can move it side to side. You can kind of wiggle it, not that kind of wiggle. You can wiggle it side like that. You can look up that far, so that's really nice movement there. And the head, unfortunately, can't look down, especially because of his giant jaw. So, you're just gonna have to deal with it, man. But anyways, now for the shoulders, it's kind of weird. There's like a pin joint right here, so you can get movement all the way up here. So unfortunately, you can't move his arms like back all the way. That's one complaint I had with Bumblebee that still pertains to Waspinator. And you can kind of move him back that much. I mean, it more so just strains it out. And then you get kind of a bicep. There's a pin here also at the bicep, so you kind of move that around if you want. Yeah, here you can kind of get some back movement, but that just looks awkward. It really does. There's a bicep swivel right here, a bend at the elbow. Let's see. He does have a wrist swivel. It's just like all tight in there. Let me try it on this hand. Yeah, it does move. It's just really stiff. Waist does rotate. Legs can kick up this far, back that far. You can do the splits that much. The knees do bend. Ankles do pivot just a little bit, not a lot, but a little. And the feet can rock back and forth right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. And yeah, it's pretty good. For a figure this size, it's pretty good. Except for the shoulders, it's still pretty limited. But oh well. So yeah, now for accessories, again, it comes with these like gun things right here. So you could have him holding it like this, or there's a different configuration, but I'll have to show off the other pair of accessories, and that is these right here. Also reused from Bumblebee, just with the new, new plastic, because on Bumblebee it was like a light blue clear plastic. On here it's a purple translucent plastic. So these pieces are supposed to be like his little, at least Bumblebee's stingray thing. It just kind of was inherited with Waspinator. But I mean, I guess it still does work for Waspinator, because wasps, what they do. What they do to you is more painful than what a bee will do to you. I'll just say that. But anyways, yeah. There's that right there. There's silver paint stripes and all that good stuff. And yeah, you can combine these two together if you want. And I'll show off the first use of it. There you go. So yeah, this again was inherited from Bumblebee, but you could flip in the hands, close up the panels, and there you go. So then you just want to strain these out, and there you go. So you get these two holes right here, just strained up, and then you can bring this in, and there's the two posts right here. you can just insert these right in. And there you go. Now you can have him do the Bumblebee thing with the shock blast, stingray. I don't know, but yeah, there you have that. It's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't make it. I don't know if Wasp ever used it on the show. It was cool with Bumblebee. With this guy, I just kind of like, okay. I mean, who knows if he ever used it, but yeah, another way you can have him use these, if you want him to constantly do this 24/7. First, let me just flip the hands back out. Yeah, so you can take these guns, which I showed before, and you just split these apart. And there you go. So you can just insert them right in here on the back. There's holes right on the thrusters. Just put those right in there. And you can complete the guns. So now you can have them hold them. And yeah, there we go. Now that looks pretty good. That looks pretty awesome. So yeah, there you go. And you can still store in the back right here. There's holes there if you want to. But yeah. Now, anyways, so now for the roll-up mode size comparisons. Here he is with Bumblebee. You can see that right there. I forgot to flip out the heel spurs, but who cares? He can still stand just as well. Yeah. Again, I'm really glad that they decided to recolor him into, well, again, technically Wasp, but they call him Waspinator. Probably for trademark reasons, but still good that we got this guy. And even Bumblebee just to begin with. I mean, I never expected that in 2024 that we'd be getting new versions of the animated characters, but here we are. But yeah, I know it's 2025. I mean, I said 2024 because that's when Bumblebee came out. But yeah, really cool. So that is it for the robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Fugitive Waspinator. And yeah, I gotta say, he's basically just a complete redeco with just almost entirely just a redeco of Bumblebee. And he's got a new head, but aside from that, just basically the exact same figure. And since I like Bumblebee, same thing applies here to Waspinator. And I really do like the the head sculpt and the paint and everything. I think it looks pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, I guess only complaints. I guess you wish they had a little more paint, especially in the back of the car. But aside from that, I think he's pretty good. And I guess less clear plastic because that could be a tad bit scary. But yeah, pretty good, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're an animated fan. But yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So anyways, guys, as always, till all, R1.